Today, we're going to take a look at the top 10 underrated shooters on Roblox. And as always, if you guys want more videos like this, let me know down in the comments, but let's go ahead and get straight into it. Coming in at number 10, we got ourselves some airsoft battles. All right, this game I've played before, I will not lie to you, and I played it actually in my spare time. Never made a video on it, but yeah, I mean, for the little bit that I've played of it, it was honestly pretty fun, and I could see it being really fun with some friends if you guys want to get some friends on and play it. I definitely will be playing this game again at some point. I definitely think that this game deserves a little bit more players than what it has. It doesn't have that many players on it, believe it or not. But yeah, if you're looking for a fun game to just, waste some time on, have some fun, this is the game to do it. Trust me, you'll have a blast playing this game. Coming in at number 9, we got Glare. This game, honestly, is pretty freaking fun. This is one of those games that I kind of just threw on the list and didn't really expect to have too much fun while trying to record it and play it because I didn't really like it before. But man, the last time I played this game has nothing on how this game is being played now. I love to use just regular weapons like assault rifles and stuff. Sniping is still all right on it, but it's not as fun as it used to be. But yeah, this game is by far probably one of the most fun on this list. And that's something I also want to say, just because I put this on a list doesn't mean that it's in any particular order. I don't think one game is better than another, I'm just kind of putting it on the list at random and just going down the list of how I played it, okay? And I will have some honorable mentions as well. Just wanted to get that out of the way because, in my opinion, I think that this is probably one of the better games on the list. Like, I had so much fun playing this game. But as you can see, it's at number 9. It's not even at number 1 or anything like that. So just putting that out there, this list is not in any particular order. But Glare is a really fun game. If you haven't played it, go ahead and do so. I really, really enjoyed this game and definitely will be playing this game on my spare time for sure. At number 8, we have Dogs of War. Now, this is one of those games that I actually considered making a solo video on when it first released because it was such a new, unique-looking first-person shooter on Roblox. As you guys can see, it kind of has that Borderlands feel to it with the outline and the comic book-esque feel. It honestly is one of the more unique shooters on the platform, and I really, really liked it for the little bit that I've played. The only thing I'm not a big fan about, I will say, is that you have to get some kills in order to use like higher tiered weapons, quote unquote. As you guys can see at the top right, I have like stars. So in order for me to use another gun, I have to earn like 2 stars or 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. And the way you get stars is by getting kills. So weapons kind of act almost like kill streaks rather than actual weapons that you can use. I don't really love that aspect, but the gunplay of this game is pretty fun. I had a fun time playing it. I know you guys will definitely enjoy it too. Definitely a really unique game to check out if you guys want to go ahead and do so. And yeah, I'll leave a link to it in the description. And let's go ahead and get into the next one. At number 7, we have Scorched Earth. All right, this game is really, really fun. I really like the wonkiness of it. I don't know if that's even like a word I should use, but I really do. I do like the wonkiness of it. It feels definitely like really slow paced. The weapons in the game also kind of feel a little weird to use at times. It kind of almost reminds me of Total Accurate Battlegrounds, except it's on Roblox and it's not a battle royale. It's almost kind of like Battlefield. I really like it. I think it's a really fun time, and especially the game has voice chat and stuff, so you can sometimes hear people yell at you whenever you kill them. It's a really, really hilarious game to play. So if you guys want to go ahead and check out this game, as well, it'll be in the description, okay? Everybody knows that all these games will be in the description, but I'll just keep reiterating it just in case you guys just skip ahead and, you want to just see what I'm saying about these games. But yeah, this game, super fun. Highly recommend playing it, especially with some friends if you got some. If not, this game's also fun on your own. I had a fun time playing it, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into the next game. So here is the next game at number 6. We have Strike Zone. This game is an extremely fun game. I love playing this game in my off time. I don't know what it is about this game that makes it so fun, but it really is just a blast. I really like flying around like the planes. Even the vehicles as well, like the on-ground vehicles, those are pretty fun to drive around too. But I think the dog fights that you can get to in this game is just super fun. I just wish they did more damage than they actually do. But gunplay, is also pretty good. It's pretty decent. It's not bad at all. I actually really like this game, and I think you guys would enjoy it as well. It does kind of almost seem a little pay to win. I don't actually know if it is or not because I didn't really get that deep into the game, but it does almost kind of seem pay to win-ish. So, you know, proceed with caution if you guys don't like pay to win games, you know, just putting that out there. But it's definitely a fun game to play from time to time, and yeah, that's why I made it on this list, okay? So now before we get into our top 5 games that I'm going to be talking about, okay? Before we get into the top 5 games here, I just want to quickly say that this is our honorable mentions, all right? Our first game coming up in our honorable mentions category is Riot Fall. This game definitely plays pretty decently. I'm not a big fan of how the game plays, to be honest with you. I think gunplay could definitely be a bit better than what it is. It just feels a little, I think stiff is probably the right word I want to use. It doesn't feel as fluid as a lot of other shooters on this list, in my opinion. Although it does look fantastic, it is definitely one of the more realistic looking shooters on the platform, and definitely kind of plays like Call of Duty. So if you like Call of Duty, you'll like this game, especially, you know, the older Call of Duties, because it has like similar menu style to Call of Duty, which is kind of funny. Has a camo grind, everything else like that. So yeah, I will definitely check up on this game. You know, we'll see. This game only has like a couple hundred players by the time I'm recording this video, so keep that in mind. The next honorable mention I have on here is Aimbot Arena, all right? If you ever wanted to know what it's like to hack on a game, this is your chance. Hop on this game. Super, super funny to just get on here and literally not having to aim. Like, it literally just aims for you. It's actually kind of funny. And funny enough, you would think that since, you know, everyone is hacking and stuff, people still think, for some odd reason, I had people raging at me saying I was bad at the game. Bro, how can anyone be bad at this game when, like, what are you talking about? We're literally cheating. We're cheating legally on this game, okay? So, I don't understand it, but this game is definitely really, really funny, and I think that, you know, you can hop on it just to see what it's like to hack, I guess, if you really wanted to. I think it's a really funny game, so that's why I threw it on this list. And now for the last and final honorable mention we have here, it is none other than No Scope Arcade. This game is a very, very fun, competitive type of game. It's literally, you're just using like a bunch of snipers, and it's literally, like I said, it's just no scoping. So you can't ADS or anything like that, but you could definitely just run around, eliminate people just by no-scoping them. It is a highly competitive game because once you die, you're out for the entire round and you have to wait for it to end. So I think it's a really fun and competitive game. I liked it a lot whenever I played it, and I think you guys will like it too. Now we're getting into our top 5 games. All right, like I said, this list is not by, you know, best game to worst game or worst game to best game, whatever. It's literally just randomly, and this is how I found these games, just in order of how I found them. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about number 5, which is none other than Operation 1, aka Rainbow Six Siege on Roblox. This game, super, super fun. I actually had a blast playing this game, and it's actually, I think, one of the newest games on this list. If you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's like one of the newer games on this list. It's definitely a highly competitive shooter. I've gotten absolutely pooped on so many times trying to record this video, or this little clip as you guys are seeing. So yeah, the best I got was 1 kill because I had no idea what the heck I was doing, and I got absolutely crapped on right after. You guys will probably see that. But yeah, I actually had a blast playing this. I think you guys will like it too. So go ahead and check it out. Link will be in the description below. Next up on the list we have is Crab Royale. Dude, you ever wanted to be a crab shooting an AK-47 at some other crabs? Well, now you can, dude. This is like the most unique concept I've ever seen in a game. Why are we crabs? Why do we have guns? What is going on? These are all questions I'm going to need answers to, and honestly, I don't even care if I don't get answers because this game is a blast to play. You guys need to play this game with some friends, trust me. In a lobby filled with friends, it is chaotic. It's super fun. I had a blast just playing this game on my own, and even the game chat, it was hilarious to see people rage because, bro, we're literally just crabs, dude. Like, what are you tripping about? But yeah, I highly suggest using the shotgun that I'm using, by the way, because this gun is crazy. Trust me, you will not regret it. Go ahead and play this game. I had a blast playing it, and yeah. Coming in at the number 3 spot, we have some Frontlines. Now, this is a game that is not a stranger to my channel. I have played this game numerous amount of times before on the channel, and I've had a blast each and every single time that I've played it. This is a game that hasn't really been getting much updates at all, honestly, since it released. I think it got like a total of like 2 or 3, maybe even 5 updates at best since it ever released. But yeah, that was a little disappointing. They actually re-released this game under a new name called Frontlines Versus, and they're kind of going down the whole Rivals route, which I won't lie to you, I'm not a big fan of it. I love the whole respawn mode, so obviously I'm still going to put Frontlines over Frontlines Versus. I just think that it's, you know, way more fun, and that's why I've been playing this. I've already played this game before, and this is one of the games that my last top 10 video that I made, you guys were like berating me about, like, where is Frontlines? Where is Frontlines? Like, chill out, guys. I only didn't put this game on the list was because this game just doesn't get any updates. Sure, it looks amazing and, you know, it plays pretty well, but a lot of the other games that I put on the list I thought played a lot better than this game now, and actually still gets somewhat decent, consistent updates. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have Deadline. This is probably the hardest shooter to play on this list, and it is the most tactical and definitely has the largest learning curve to any of the shooters that I've ever like mentioned on this channel. I'll be honest, this game is super hard to play. It's super tactical. If you're someone who is just like me that likes running straight at enemies and trying to get some kills, well, this game may not be for you, okay? But it doesn't mean that it's a bad game. This game is still good. I highly suggest playing it, especially if you're into tactical shooters. Anything like Tarkov, that sort of thing. Dude, wait a minute. An extraction mode on this game would actually be insane. Can we get that? Is that possible? Because that would be fire. Anyways, yeah. This game's at number 2, and I really liked it. If you guys want to go check it out, go ahead and do so. Really, really fun game. You'll love it. Trust me. And coming in at number 1, we have aim blocks. Dude, I think, in my personal opinion, this is probably the only one that I would actually rank on the list where I would put it is aim blocks. I think aim blocks is definitely the most underrated shooter on the platform. I just love the fact that I can just punch the ground, launch myself in the air, you know, snipe people out of the air and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just a really, really fun game. I really like it. It's definitely the more arcade style shooters, which is where I tend to lean. So, you know, you may not agree with where I would put, you know, these things on the list, but I think that a lot of people might also agree with me, because, you know, I'm definitely an arcade shooter kind of guy. So if you like more of like the tactical, maybe you might put Deadline all the way at number 1. Maybe you might put Deadline all the way at number 10 if you hate tac. You know, it's all about opinion and perspective. But I think that aim blocks being at number 1 is probably the only place that I would probably put it. This game still does get updates, surprisingly, even though it has like a really, really low player count. And just like all the other games on this list, it has a low player count, okay? Because every game on this list has a lower player count. I think under like 1,000 players is where I put the threshold for underrated, quote unquote. But yeah, this game, really, really fun. Highly suggest checking out some aim blocks if you haven't already. I really like aim blocks, and honestly, I've played it a lot back then, and I made like a couple videos on it. I just haven't touched it recently, but I do kind of miss this game. I think this game is really, really fun to play, and yeah, I hope that the game somehow turns around, gets more players and stuff. I think that would be really cool. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please let me know down in the comments, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Later.